I want to talk about also you driving down the highway again, or you're just scrolling through your social media and you see a little ad that says subscribe to Jesus Plus to fulfill your mission in life. Are you getting a visual here? Subscribe to Jesus Plus to fulfill your mission in life. He brings long-term benefits to all the things that you want to accomplish in life. Whether it be your career, whether it be you chasing after worldly success, having the perfect family, keeping up with the Joneses or the Kardashians or the MacArthurs. Oh man, we try to keep up. And we're told this because it's like we're told you need Jesus Plus a career. You need Jesus Plus a perfect family. You need Jesus Plus all of these things that are offered to us only in this first world country. Come on, man. Like, our Christian experience should not be that much different than other Christians when it comes down to it. Like, Jesus in our walk in America, we don't have to think, or even this time period of history, we don't have to think to ourselves, we need Jesus Plus this, that, and the other in order for us to feel like a true Christian, to feel like we're fulfilled in life. Again, like what I said, what were they doing? What were Christians doing before the podcasts and the debates and all of that? What were people doing before we had all of this prosperity? What were Christians doing before we had these perfect careers? What were Christians doing before we were able to keep up with the Kardashians?
Yeah.
These are all additives. You ever get a ketchup bottle and see how many additives are in there? It's like 47 additives in a Heinz ketchup bottle. That's crazy. There's just all these extra things, and we live in this Jesus Plus culture, and we feel like we have to have all these things to be fulfilled in life. I think about Job and how God took everything except his wife, his friends, and in his life, right? But you think about this, even his wife and his friends weren't a good influence. So when you think about it, all he had was his life left.
Yeah.
God took all the goodness from him and left him with breath in his lungs. And even that, it talks about, even that was a struggle within itself. God left Job with practically nothing, yet he still had everything inside of his faith in God.
I like something that Paul told Timothy in 1 Timothy 6:6-8. He says, "Now there is great gain in godliness with contentment, for we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content." That's not the Christianity being preached right now.
Nah,
you know,
man.
just, too many people measure success in the Christian faith, and Reformed people aren't exempt from this either. As one who holds to the doctrines of grace, I'm Reformed. You can call me a 5-point Calvinist, whatever. I think we can even make the mistake of our means and the things we accrue, the things that we have, as signs of blessings, or even things that would make us feel like we're okay.
Right.
I think it's just an American thing. I think it's actually inherently a sinful thing. But yeah, I've seen Christians without any of this stuff, and they were the most content. It's crazy. I think because of the country we're in, or the abundance of things, I've seen people discontented because they only have a 2-bedroom house, whatever, and they're envious of the person who has 4 bedrooms in their house, or they got newer carpet than we do, or man, they're driving the newest car, or they're making this much money. Yeah, and it's sad. It doesn't stop. It always keeps going. Once you get the 4-bedroom house, you're gonna envy the person with 6. You know, it's just a never-ending cycle. You know, and it really, what you're doing is you're discontented at, you know, what actually Paul told Timothy to be content with, which is food, clothing, whatever. Or even if you didn't have any of that, you didn't bring anything into the world. You know what I'm saying? And so that's easy to say, but hard to do, even for myself. You know. So the Christian faith isn't about anything we attain. It's about what we've already gotten in Christ. And that's the very thing that's hard to remember. I mean, we can talk about this right now with the table, with the computers we have, this setup. You know what I mean? It's real easy to look at another setup and be like, man, they got the high def cameras, you know, the 4K cameras, and, you know, the newest iMac. I got an iMac from 2013. You know what I mean?
Or even someone out there trying to start their podcast right now and they don't even have what we have.
Right.
They can look at us and go, man, I don't have that. But, you know,
we need to be careful with that. You know, that because the Bible talks about being envious, you know, idolizing other things that we shouldn't be, you know. So, yeah, it's a good reminder, because I don't think we see it as adding to the gospel. You know, when we do these things, when you're discontented with the gospel, you're adding to it. You're trying to add to your life to make yourself feel better, or to, you know, for whatever reasons. But if you got back to the simplicity of the gospel, which is that Christ saved us from our sin, start from there, and then start being content from there.